Hello, Gomez here for the LAN channel, again with some more card reveals. I believe that I know what these ones are going to be because Brazil kind of leaked some Noxus cards the other day, so I believe I know what they're going to be, but let's see whether or not they are. Let's get in and see these card reveals. Okay, so it does look like it's going to be the Noxus one. So we did actually kind of see some of these a little tiny bit need to be translated, but okay. This was a Hunt the Weak. Your opponent discards the weakest follower in hand. So yeah, you are actually forcing them to get rid of them. Bear in mind, it says the weakest follower, so it's not like the least price card or anything along those lines. It literally is the weakest follower. So that means weakest normally means their attack, right? From what I can remember, attack, which is relative to cost and things. So basically that will be removing, like, you know, like potentially like some units which are more higher cost but lessly statted because they've got like something either in the health or their ability is really good. It potentially could just be getting rid of them. It is only follower, not champions. Very important to remember. But yeah, no, this is actually quite an insane. Oop, no, what am I doing? There we go. There's actually quite a nice little card that is full. Oh, Jemadana going out of the hand there. BS no. Whoop, let's just actually make sure that we get myself. I know that I need to put myself in the top right, I have been told. BS no, discard your opponent's weakest follower. This is quite a slow speed spell for Noxus, which is in the 2 cost slot. It's a really nice, like, kind of, because this is, you're forcing down your opponent, right? Okay, so your opponent's hand, if they're playing like a certain decks where like they're using a lot of things in that, you're forcing down their hand immediately, and then they're having to rely on top decking. So it's quite a nice little thing from Noxus, which is just hurrying your enemy, forcing them to do things. Knowing that they have this means that you have to be looking at your things and thinking, okay, if this is something important that I need to have, I've got to kind of play it, or I've got to play something which then makes something else the weakest one in. I mean, I wish it's slow speed, but I do reckon it might see a bit of play in the fact that it literally is forcing down your opponent, which it down quite a bit, and so it is the weakest follower leaving your hand. So it does require you to think and that. So I do actually like this card. So Hunt in the Weak, just like literally cutting down their resources, and then if you put on the landmark and that you're just like, you could kill that weakest one anyway by your strongest one killing the weakest one. That seems to be the theme at this moment in time going on with like that kind of thing, is like Noxus just like trying to sustain through power and just overpowering your enemy. So I do like this. I like this a lot. Let's quickly keep going and see what else we've got. Okay, whoop, let's change myself back over. Whoop. Okay, Brutal Hunter. So Challenger, when I'm summoned, give me quick attack this round. Again, really good, which is like a card 4 cost, which is free, but it's got challenge with quick attack. So it's like basically Draven, but with the ability to be able to challenge out something. It's only got the quick attack for the 1 turn, but there is obviously the follower who can give the support next to them quick attack as well in Noxus. I can't remember what their name is, like drummer or something drummer, legionary drummer, I can't remember. Point is, it's the support card that can give quick attack anyway. So because there is a few challenge minions in Noxus, but not really that many, and they're really warranted running that support before. So it's quite interesting whether or not that might happen, but this is actually a really good turn 4 to force things out. So anything which is elusive, anything which is hiding on those back lines, because it's like a Herald of Dragons or something along those lines that's hiding behind things on the back, being able to grab them out. Free attack is a lot, bearing in mind that if you're running this with Draven, potentially the ability to increase with axes that damage, or if you're running like Might or Band of Brothers or whatever the hell, the one which basically is the Draven, Draven and Darius's axes, I believe it is, and it's grant, is it 2 attack, I believe. But anyway, the point is that can itself be quite devastating. But the another thing to remember, I know I keep bringing this card up because like it's a funny card for me, but the give it, which it was out the way. That's the one. Out of the way. Will make that a permanent buff. The quick attack as well. I doubt you're gonna see much play between that, but it's worth noting. So yeah, no, I could definitely see this is a really good, like, nicely statted, because the only other really challenge meme which comes to mind is the what is it, the 7-4 with challenge, who like costs 7, I believe. I can't remember, like I can't remember what the hell his name is. But the point is that he's the only other challenge meaning from Noxus that comes to mind. There might be others, but literally that's the first one that comes to mind. So yeah, I could see this definitely seeing some use. Card art looks really lovely as well, I've got to say. But yeah, again, it's forcing down. So it's forcing them. So the other card is forcing your opponent to play their weakest person, or trying to play their weakest follower, and then this could just like kill it anyway. So yeah, again, preying on the weak, just like, just exploiting weakness and damage, like, classic Noxus. So I do like this. Let's see what else we've got going forward. The card art on that looked lovely, by the way. Again, still, so another challenge. This one for 5 cost, so 7 with 3. Because I think the other one is a 7-4. But yeah, no, again, another challenge meme, which, so potentially you might actually see that Legionnaire drummer becoming more useful, because of the fact that it is granting quick attack as support, and support like that, or granting quick attack, or not grant, the support getting quick attack for the round is very important with challenge minions, because it means that they basically can force that down on your attack turn and just like pull the things that you want to be pulling and potentially killing them. There is, yeah, which is it's a really good thing, as well as that stat is a really good stat just for attacking forward, because somebody has to answer, you have to answer that 7 damage, right? So it's really good. There's a lot of removal that obviously gets rid of it, like PNZ massively comes to mind with like a gotcha, get excited, the Mark III of the what's his face's Death Ray, Victor's. There's a few different things, but if you can support it well enough, I could see this definitely seeing some play, because it is a very aggressive challenge meme which can take out most champions. Obviously, there's a few which can slip through that net, but not many. So very good, especially if you give this quick attack as well, as I said. But yeah, no, I like this. This is just like a full-on just Noxus, just trying to get that superiority and get that presence, as well as the fact that obviously I said those challenge moves within its own region means that it gives way to the Basilisk Rider, who obviously is the Legion one which grants which get damage and overwhelm. So yeah, again, really, it already has overwhelm, but it gives itself additional stats from it being in the Legion, which could the Allegiance. So potentially just a full-on just Noxus deck of full damage could be on the cards. I mean, we haven't seen the champion. Once we see the champion for Noxus, who knows, right? That's the thing that everyone's excited for. We've seen some of the champions. I'm already excited for the champions we've seen. So it's just whether or not we see what their champion is going to be and how devastating it's going to be for what all the stuff it's giving you. Okay. Whoop. Okay, so at the round end, if you cast a spell on me this round, I strike the weakest. So yet again, this is kind of like the arena, right? The arena is at the end of the round striking the weakest. This is another unit which you can put on the board, which instead of obviously being a landmark, it's a unit which is striking the weakest. Now you have to play a spell on this, so that means that, you know, you've got to be playing things along the lines of might or all those other things. I mean, technically it doesn't even have to be a knock, or like one of Draven's axes to get that damage up, but it doesn't have to just be Noxus spells. You could definitely like play that Power Cascade or something along those lines. So maybe even doing this with Targon, so that you've got like Astral Protection, you've got all these different things, so that you're casting a spell and it strikes in and then you heal it back up again. So actually maybe even another case of being able to put what's his face? Oh, why's my mind completely blanking on the healing champion's name? Soraka. with a Noxus deck for the ability of maybe combining these two things together so that this is continuously hitting in, and then you can heal it up on your attack turn and then cast a spell on it as well that could heal it or whatnot, that can, like, I mean, this is continuously taking away your opponent's weakest units on the board. And then if you threw out the arena as well, then there's the ability of just like making sure that your opponent can't create board, and if your opponent can't create a board presence, then they're pretty much done, right? So interesting concept here. I mean, obviously I said, like, its main counter would be Undying, because the Undying will just keep coming back anyway, so that'd be its main counter. But it's a really good idea of just like Noxus just in a few different ways can continuously control the board state and be like, well, no, I'm not gonna let you build. So very nice. And obviously your opponent then has to decide, okay, I can buff so it's no longer the weakest, so I can decide what this is going to attack into with buffs or things. So that's also another thing to remember. It can be hit with a troll chant to get rid of that attack stat as well. Or like freezes in general to get rid of that attack stat. So yeah, no, I like this idea of them just trying to gain power as much as they can. So a quick little look. I think that's it. I believe that's it. But yeah, no, yeah, again, so some really good cards there coming off of Noxus. Really good spell that is just like forcing you to have to deal with, like, you know, losing, because some cards that could be in your hand are the weakest followers. So for example, if you're playing the potential of Shadow Isles with some of the things that we've seen, like Pesky Spectre and what's his face, the Shades, which the Shades, whatever the hell they're called, Shades, whatever the hell the one is that you can keep playing loads of, with Prankster or Neverglade Collector. Prankster's got no attack, so this would immediately get rid of that. So like if you're playing like a Prankster burn deck in that would instantly get taken away. And even a Neverglade Collector's not got the best attack stats. You wouldn't really mind if you got rid of a what's his face, the zero cost widget, the Spectre. You wouldn't really mind 100% losing one of those, but it still is something which demands you have to play certain things if you don't want to lose them. But obviously once this is put into play, you can't play things from your hand, can you? So that is something which is just going to be forcing that down, forcing down the hand, and then just attacking forward with this challenge quick attack with the other challenge minion, forcing your resources down, and then just at every single turn, as long as they're casting a spell on this, it's creating, like, you know, more dominance on that board. Obviously apart from against Undying, but still really good cards. Really good to see Noxus. I can't wait to see the Noxian champion. I think that's what we're all looking forward to and all waiting. I didn't really have much to say today because we kind of already saw these cards, and so people had already made up their assumptions and things about them. So that's why I just throw out a few little tiny things. But what do you think about these cards? I should really probably put myself into big face mode for this. What do you think about these cards yourself? Like in terms of how can you see them being played? Obviously, we'll probably see more when we get the actual Noxus champion to know exactly what we're going to be doing, or if Noxus gets another landmark, because we've seen a lot of the other regions which have already got landmarks getting a second landmark, so who knows what we might see coming out of there. But yes, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, as well as the fact that there is also shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. If you wish to catch me live on Twitch, I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, where at this moment in time I'm doing the giveaway where I'm giving away sets of Twisted Fate cards that were printed by me in that widget, that 3D printer behind me, and painted by me. So if you want to get involved with that, it's on Twitch, as well as the fact that I will be giving away some next week on YouTube and on the Twitter. So yeah, again, there's more reasons just to follow that. There is also the Discord link down below if you want to join widget on Discord, which it's just making a lovely community of people who love Legends of Runeterra, love gaming and love having a good laugh in general. There's also a movie night and a games night in there, so why not get involved with all these things that are currently going on. I do apologise if I didn't talk too much tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I had like a podcast today, and there's a few other things that I've been doing that have made me a little bit tired today, so I do apologise if I didn't speak for too long and on too many things, but I would love to talk to you on that Discord, or if you message to this video, I will talk you through different ideas and and whatnot like that. But this is some great cards. I just can't wait to see what other things they've got. And I can't wait to start crafting. That's going to be the fun bit when you start crafting with these things. But anyway, thank you all so much. And until next time, bye! Professional brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.